Alright, so what I want to demonstrate is what the airplane does in a stall. So let's do a power off stall, and I'm just going to demonstrate, what it looks like in a Sonex. I'm going to bring my power back. Get the nose up, start slowing it down. Okay, so there's 70. I'm not going to super exaggerate it. I'm just going to hold the nose about on the horizon. There's 55. Starting to get a little loose. There's 50. The nose is starting to hunt a little bit. Okay, the wings are waggling just a bit. Got about a 500 foot per minute descent. There's 45. I'm starting to need increasing back pressure here. There's 42. Lots of back pressure, 35. Getting really loose here. See the nose kind of wander around. The wings are rocking. I'm at 35, 34. And it's just sort of nibbling. I'm not doing anything with the controls. I'm holding them firm. And I'm descending at about 500 feet a minute at 33, 34 indicated. Now if I exaggerate it with more backstick, it's getting nastier. Okay, that's probably good. You can see that it had a really hard time getting a clean break. And just sort of bobbled around. I got a little bit of yaw as the nose kind of hunted. Got the wings dropping just a little bit. It's kind of rocking back and forth. Lots of feedback. Airplane was really loose. All that feedback is talking to the pilot, letting them know that the wing is on the verge of giving up. Okay, so I've got cruise power back in. I'm climbing out at 75 or so. I'm going to go back up to 4,000, which I'm almost there. And then we're going to transition into a power on stall. I'm not going to do it at full cruise power because that gets a little exciting. But I'm going to pull back to like a low cruise. And a Jabiru, 26, 2700. Okay, so I'm at 65. The nose is up. There's 60. So this would be the situation where you're climbing out, but you're not really paying attention to your attitude, and you're getting slower and slower. 55, 53. 49. Okay, there we go, 45. So once again, starting to get some feedback. Nose is bobbling a little bit. Wings are rocking. There's 38, 36. We're just sort of hanging here. And if I just accelerate it a little bit, 29. I just sort of relax the back pressure there. There's a little bit of the brake. Okay, so once again, lots of good feedback. Now let's go into a turning stall. So again, I'm at cruise power. Okay, so I'm going to level off, let my engine cool down a little bit. I've been flying at a real nose-high attitude. Oil temp's looking good. My hottest cylinder is right at 300. So we'll give it just a second to cool off and take a breather. So you can see that nice and slow, you get lots of good feedback. You see a really exaggerated nose-high position. And you start to get a little bit of yaw instability and a little bit of wing rock. And that feedback lets you know kind of what's going on. Okay, now let's do it where we're a little bit more exaggerated. So let's do like we're doing maybe a steep turn, and we're bleeding off energy. So I've got a 45-degree bank. I'm loading up the airplane. I'm staying coordinated. I'm at 63. My stall warning's going off. 58. 45-degree bank. And a little bit of shudder. Airframe is shuddering. And there it goes. And I want to just snap back the other way. Now that, again, was a gentle bank as I started to slow down. I have, the power off, and I do that. I bring my power back to glide power. I'm in the traffic pattern, I'm maneuvering. I'm getting slow, I'm really cranking around 45 degrees. Staying coordinated. Pulling. 45. Okay, I got a lot of shudder. I don't have that power to hold me in the air. I got a lot of shudder in the airframe, 46. And if I accelerate it, it wants to go over on me. That wing wants to come up and over because it's trying to stall, and the slightest little bit of uncoordinated flight can send me off to one side or another and set me up for a spin. I was being very careful to stay coordinated, and so the wing never really came up and over. That was about 500 or 600 feet of dropping down in kind of a mush. So one of the things I've noticed is that when you have the power in, the airplane stays flying a lot longer. That's not a new revelation. What is interesting is that can build a little bit of a false sense of security about what the airplane will do. We're not likely to do a lot of stalling at full power. We could, but in a power-off situation, perhaps after an engine failure or maneuvering into a forced landing or something like that, that nose starts to get a lot more active without the power to help keeping the wing flying. And you really got to be careful. Okay, so once again, let's simulate. So we're flying along and we have an engine out situation. So the power is off. We're looking for our best field. We're trying to pick up our best glide of around 70. And I think I see something down over there. I'm looking. Oh yeah, there's an even better field right over there. And I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to get pitched around? Okay, I want to land into the wind, and I'm going to maneuver over this way. Already I'm getting slow. I'm at 58. So I think I've got my field identified. I'm paying attention to the ground, and I'm not necessarily watching my stall ball. And I just got to get turned around. One more good pull over here. And there we go. Very, very loose right now. Very loose. 46, and the nose is wanting to drop. The wings are rocking. And if I just accelerated it even just a bit more, I'll get a full break out of it. All right. All characteristics of a Sonex. Well behaved. But if you're not paying attention, it still has the potential to sneak up on you, take you by surprise.